I, Nana Dr. Michael Ejikum Ado, encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, EPV Media YouTube channel now, in order to have constant access to this very revealing series from renowned entrepreneurs like me on secrets of business success. Please subscribe now.
On this episode of Secrets of Business Success, SBS, we meet the patriarch of the Mohinani Group. The Mohinani Group consists of a group of reputable companies, including the Poly range of products, the most popular among them probably being Polytank. Other brands in the group include Electromat, Somotex, Masco Foods, Alliance Estates, Southwest Estates, Somoko, Poly Products, Polysax, Polycraft, Sonex, among others. Let's now meet the man who started it all, the chairman of the Mohinani Group, Dr. Ram Mohinani himself, right now coming up on Secrets of Business Success.
I came to Ghana in 1954, January, and I started coming to work as a storekeeper. Then after finishing my contract, six years, I went with a partnership with somebody in trading. I know usually I go to fairs, trade fairs, exhibitions. So I saw the plastic factory there, and at that time it was not costing so much. I said, okay, let me buy, without my knowledge, I said, let me buy one machine, because there was no packaging for here. They used to pack the rubber bags. When you buy the bread, they used to put cement bags, paper bag, cement bag, on the other side, wrap it. There were no wrapper for bag. When I started, nobody wanted to buy it, because they had a habit of buying, take newspaper. So why they pay money? So I had only 4 workers, and I was located at 10 miles from here, Men's Club, 7th Club, at that place. I had a factory, Men's Club. Men's Club, that place. I had a factory there. Then I started giving every bakery 1,000 pieces free. So I go to all bakeries, City Bakery, all this, give you 1,000 free. They wrap it, their sales went up there. After 1 week, they came to me, say they want more. I said, yes, every day, not a free day. Now you must pay. So they start buying it. And business was so brisk that I had to expand. Then I went to agriculture bags. There were no seedling bags. I used to go to Suhum, from where the cocoa center there, Suhum, and sold them seedling bags. And when the seedling bags, they used to grow first in a pot, the seedling, then they throw the pot. But seedling bag is cheaper, the bag for it. So I used to sell a lot of cocoa marketing board, seedling bags.
Okay.
And I became popular. The way we made the profit and expand. I went in the packaging of cartoons, because I see the product there, but cartoons are imported. So I started cartoon business here. I went successful. Then I started water business here to make the water tanks. I saw in Nigeria, I saw the fair, people are buying the storage water. There was no storage water here.
So when you started your business, you were giving things out for free.
Free.
Do you think
bakeries, only bakery, go to make bread.
Okay. Do you think that is still applicable today? Can
No, not now.
A startup business afford to give things out for free in order to?
You give them only 10,000 bags free, with how much? So how much I gained? You must see, if I give free for 1,000, I must see that I must cover. So when you top the price, what we are giving free. You have to be businessman, because you give 10,000. So when you buy next time, put 5% more there, that's all.
Okay.
So you cover the cost. That's why you do it. Nothing free.
So do you think everybody can be an entrepreneur?
Why not? If he's interested in the job. Some people are, if they get mind that I want to start my own, why not? Why not? He can do it.
Okay.
Yes. He can choose whether he want to be trader, whether he want to go to industry, whether he want to go to food. Like we went food afterwards, KFC chicken, Kentucky bread. Because we thought there is scope for the takeaway food, which we have got now 13 shops. Two more opening, about 15 shops in Accra and Kumasi.
So you've operated in Ghana for a while now. What advice will you give for upcoming business? What are some of the pitfalls they should avoid? What are some of the things that people should avoid, especially for small businesses?
I have seen most people, when they get money, they go first build a house and buy a car, which is not correct. First you put money in business. House you can rent it if you don't have money.
Okay.
Put it in business and see that you don't touch a business money to buy a car or give to a relative. You see that your business money, today if you get 10,000, you must see that after a few months it should be 11,000, not 9,000. And you must take out every month. You sold so much, you cost so much, see how much profit you make.
Okay.
So don't go at first spend money. First put money in investment. Money, your growth will come from the investment. Our growth has come from investment.
Okay. Investment in the business?
No, it's not difficult because we have grown from 4 workers to nearly 3,500 workers. 3,500. And you will only make, when you have a big business, you only always they say, our assets is the employees. My people who are working with me.
Okay.
So you must always be polite, nicely with them, so they can stay with you. But quick say no, that today you come, after 4 days you lift, you go, then another man come 4 days, lift, you go. No. Good pay, reasonable pay, and you must treat him like a human being, nice way treat him. Never mind if he is a cleaner, you should not say that he's a cleaner. Sometimes we eat with workers, like Japan. Japanese people, the success is they eat with the workers together. So they feel they are part of the company. They are heart of the company. The company is their heart. This is what.
Right. What, in your opinion, is a successful business? Is a successful business the business that is large, you've grown from small to large, or there can be a small but successful business?
Depend how the capital is there. Depend how this. There are some people who are still same store there. They don't expand it. Maybe their mind, their money make money. When you get money, make more money. If you don't money, it's okay. Money make money.
Okay. So, sir, one drawback of small businesses in Ghana is sourcing capital or sourcing funding. What are some of the creative ways you think the small businesses can source funding?
Self-funding depends whether he gets saving. Whether he's saving with 100,000 or 200,000, you start to shop there. And then you small go there. But the main route is that if you serve business, see that after 2-3 months you are in profit, not in loss. And most people, I have seen it, they credit to the relatives of somebody, give the credit. And when you have no capital, don't give credit. People sometimes give credit, say, oh, I'll pay you 3 months. You lost money. No. You are small business, you can't give on credit. If you have got backup from bank, then you can give credit, like we give credit. But when you're small business, see, you sell on cash. Don't be tempted away, say, oh, this man will get profit, he'll pay me after 2 months. No, don't believe them. Maybe he give check is bounce. They happen many things. So be careful on the sales. Don't carry it away. Give credit. And the credit will not come. 60%, 70% people lose the money on credit. So give credit. Only we give credit mostly to big corporate companies, like Unilever and so on. But when I get capital before, if I don't have money, I say, please, I send a good, so you please give me the cash.
Okay. Please subscribe to the channel now, so that you won't miss out on any of this and other revealing interviews we have with other entrepreneurs in Ghana. Thank you. very much.